What up, y'all? This your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And guess what? Your boy got something to say. As you can see, I'm driving, but as long as you can hear me, that's cool with me. So I don't know if many of y'all have heard or have seen it, but gospel artist Earnest Pugh had something interesting to say about this year's Stellar Awards. And by the sound of it, or by the looks of it, he's not pleased with what is going on with the Stellar Awards, or basically what is about to be the new direction of the Stellar Awards. So I'm not going to misquote him, but it's obvious that what he had to say is basically saying that the era that he's a part of, or the era that he grew up on and loved so much, has a deadline or has an endpoint, and there's a new era of gospel music being on display. Basically, he brought up something that it seemed to be the main topic when it comes to the industry side of the industry side of gospel music. He mentioned ministry versus industry. Now, I don't know about y'all, but as an artist myself, this is a conversation that always seemed to be the case when we dealing with an already established music versus an up-and-coming style of music. I didn't see the Stellar Awards this year, because in some cases, to a degree, I kind of stopped watching award shows because it all seemed to be on some nonsense to me. And it's unfortunate that the Stellar Awards has become a big part of that situation. But I'm not even going to say enough. Let's just get back to the point. Earnest Pugh is basically disliking the direction of where the music is going to. Because it seems as if he's attacking Christian hip-hop. And by the looks of it and the sound of it, it seems like the Stellar Awards ain't doing what it usually does best, which is acknowledge all gospel, all style of gospel music, which it never did, in my opinion. Because let's say the past 10 years, or at least past 15 years, they would barely see any Christian hip-hop artists on that mug. There only been like 4 segments in the past 10 years where Christian hip-hop has acknowledged on the Stellar Awards. And one of the biggest one, well, probably the biggest of them all within the past 10 years, has been the one with Kenny Jones, Lecrae, and The Truth. And they've yet to top that ever since, even though there's been more. But it's obvious, like I say, that Earnest Pugh do not like the direction that it's going. Because it's obvious. It's very obvious that he don't like he don't like the direction which involves Christian hip hop. And salute to my bros, salute to my bros, my big bros, C. Micah and Rod Redeem, from the Not the Same podcast. If you ever get a chance, check out that podcast. And they got dope music. Please go check it out. Support the kingdom. And I really feel where my bros was coming from, because obviously this man, Earnest Pugh, do not know the history of Christian hip hop. It's obvious that he don't know the history of Christian hip hop. He don't know anything about Christian hip hop. He don't understand the struggles of Christian hip hop, as far as I'm concerned. But he got a problem with it because it's part of this new era. But little does he know, he don't understand or realize that Christian hip hop been in the game probably the same amount, if not longer, than his music career. However, I understand where he's coming from, because you gotta think about it. The gospel music industry is different from the contemporary Christian music industry. The gospel music industry do not accept Christian hip hop. You would think they do, but they don't. And the contemporary Christian music, they rock with Christian hip hop. They rock with Christian hip hop hard too. Even though they do they have their thing of perspective of what Christian hip hop should be, they at least respect us. They respect Christian hip hop. They love it. But gospel, barely. Because if anything, for the past 20 years, since 2000, and I love gospel music. I love gospel music. But the thing of it is, I've yet to get on a radio station and hear Christian hip hop being played just on a regular. Just on a regular. They usually have like a Christian hip hop segment or a Christian hip hop section for the gospel, on the gospel music industry, and that's it. You only get 2 hours, an hour or two of that, and then we back to the regular program. And they only usually will play songs from either Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams, Donnie McClurkin, Mary, and the list goes on and on. But at this point, to ridicule Christian hip hop because you don't like, even though he say he likes all kinds of music, I doubt that, because if he really likes all kinds of music, he would respect Christian hip hop. He would like Christian hip hop, but it's obvious that he don't, because he considering Christian hip hop to be of the world. Like, he don't know the struggle Lecrae went through. And despite how y'all feel about Lecrae being a Christian, that man put in work as a Christian artist, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not, as a Christian artist. He's been putting in work. And at the same time, a lot of folks put in work. Flame, Truth, Art Swift, Cross Movement, go on and on and on. But the problem is, when gospel artists that's been in the game for over a decade try to pull the whole industry versus ministry talk, that lets me know that they only focusing on the ministry. They're not focusing on the ministry like they say they do. They really don't. They really don't. So, at the end of the day, if it's going to be a new era, of gospel music, then here's the thing. It's time for the gospel music industry to make room for that new era, because they haven't been doing that lately. They haven't been doing that in the past 5 years. They've been holding on to the same stuff. They've been holding on to the same artists. They've been holding on to the same style of music for the past 15 years. Don't believe me? Look at every now and then, every week, just check out the gospel music chart of the Billboard, Billboard.com. Just check it out. And you will see the same artists in the same place or in a different place, but you don't see much new artists. You'll see the same artists. Go in the secular realm, every artist is trading places in certain spots everywhere. The gospel chart, I guarantee you the last time I checked it, Kurt Franklin catalog was on that chart. Tasha Cobb's Leonard's catalog is on that chart. There's a whole lot of stuff that's on the chart, and there's not a new person on that mug yet. So this whole industry versus ministry conversation, yes, it needs to be established, but at the same time, it's obvious. If it's going to be a new era this year, then let it be. But it's kind of a little bit too late, because at the end of the day, most of these gospel artists don't like Christian rap. They don't even like rap, period. And for it to come every blue moon, it shows you where their heart is really at when it comes to the gospel, let alone gospel rap. And speaking of gospel rap, I'm going to say this out loud. 1K Pugh is tripping. For him to come out and say gospel rap is back, my question is, when it ever left? When has it ever left? Because we're still trying to have a conversation of whether or not Christian rappers should call themselves Christian rappers. Like his big homie Lecrae and Trip Lee are still having a hard time trying to explain what gospel rap is or what Christian rap is. That lets me know how messed up it is. So I'm letting it be known, gospel rap never left. And it's not back because 1K Pugh said it's back. But that's just me. If you like what you heard, there's a like button. If you dislike what you heard, there's a dislike button. Comment. Give me your 2 cents. And hey, you can disagree, but don't be disrespectful. Subscribe. Share this video. Let's continue this conversation. And who knows, man, end up doing this live. Until then, it's your boy P-Lot, aka the Brick Slinger. And as always, continue to sharpen one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Laborers.